Fludded.
Who'd have thought Doctor Who has finally got a ratings win? Especially considering everybody seems to not like it very much. Hello, it's Craig here. Nice to see you, nice. Another video. Trying to get out as many videos as I can this week. And unedited, so if I waffle, then just hate me. Don't hate me. Anyway, I want me to smell nice for you guys. So there's a little bit of eternity for men. This video is sponsored by absolutely nobody. So Doctor Who has done quite well in the ratings, wouldn't you believe? And I couldn't believe it. So I started getting all a bit cynical about it. Thought, what's gone wrong here? Wasn't it awful? And a lot of people think it was awful. And a lot of people don't think it's awful. And I've got to be honest with you, I've actually come to a bit of a cynical conclusion that I don't think people care about plots anymore. I think that TV shows are being made for, they're not making shows for people who are interested in paying attention or people who are interested in the show. But we're at a stage now where, we're taking what people used to do in the 50s, staring at the fire all day, mesmerized. And that's kind of what they want to do with TV shows. Pretty colours, pithy lines by actors, close-ups, Cybermen running around, Daleks shooting, Doctor! And all that kind of thing. That's what people want, perhaps, it would seem, because I know as a fact that the scripting on the Doctor Who last episode was confusing. It wasn't very good. Jodi Whittaker wasn't given the best script. And following the conversation we had, which is in the channel somewhere, three of us all had a talk about, the future of Doctor Who and that last Jodi Whittaker episode. I'm kind of agreeing with my colleague Phil, my learned colleague Phil, who knows about scripts. He knows about directing and actors and working with actors much more than I do. And, he was making the point that Jodi Whittaker just wasn't given good scripts. She wasn't given very good material. And I kind of don't like how on YouTube, and sorry colleagues in YouTube, but I don't really like too much how they are attacking the actors rather than the makers of the show. So I've been trying to not have that approach unless the actors are people who are going on red carpets and are using my entertainment as a means to forward their political ideology. If they're doing that, then they deserve everything. They'll be attacked for that and criticized for that. So it's best just to be, if you're going to be an actor and just keep stum about who you're voting for, because it's just going to cause you problems and the show problems, and you probably owe it to the show to not cause it problems. Everyone wants it to be a success, including the people who are doing the costumes and the sound. And if it all gets ruined because the actor's kicking off about their one opinion, then that spoils it for everybody. But I'm not somebody just to make stuff up. Let's have a look at what the numbers actually. Well, first of all, let's have a look at what the show was up against when it went on air here in the UK. I'm not quite sure how I do this. That will work. Here is what was on TV on Sunday, October the 23rd, which was the day that the last Jodi Whittaker episode aired. And here we go, BBC One, BBC Two, ITV and Channel 4. I know there's lots of other channels out there for people to go and watch, but these are the main ones here in the UK. And it gives a little bit of an indicator of, what people were thinking. So if I scroll down, you can see Doctor Who is here. It was on at 6:30 p.m. on BBC One. So what was on BBC Two at 6:30 p.m.? So Scotland's Rivers, The Rivers of Scotland, and Antiques Road Trip. So they had some generic-y type shows there. So you were always going to pick Doctor Who over them. And they know it. They know what they're doing. At 6:30 on ITV had Gino's Italy, like Mama used to make, which I'm not quite sure is a good challenger to Doctor Who. So maybe they were just giving in on that day, hoping to win people over for when Doctor Who finished at 8 for Who Wants to Be a Millionaire. Maybe they did. I don't know. I have got some numbers for you, but I don't know. And also at 6:30 over on Channel 4, World's Greatest Train Journeys from Above. And can I just point out that back here on BBC One, basically it had no competition, did it? So that would inflate the numbers a little bit. I know that sounds cynical, but wait, I've got more. The show above it was Strictly Come Dancing. Okay. Am I right in thinking that Doctor Who was garbage? Well, it's not garbage, I don't want to be entirely dismissive. It wasn't good. It was bad. It was not good. But look, it did quite well. Look, I've kind of zoom in on that a little bit. It did well on Rotten Tomatoes. Well, that's good enough. I mean, it's not flagship shows. Flagship shows should do better than that, I would have thought. Over on Metacritic, haven't got any figures yet for some reason. Internet Movie Database has user ratings. It got 7.7 out of 10, with 766. This is out of 2,488 votes. 766 gave it a 10. That's not right, is it? That's no show gets a 10. Or does it? You tell me. Right down in the comments. But, it did really well above like the sevens. It's like 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. They got about like 1,800 votes above 7. Well, the average was 7. So that kind of tells you. And down here is the demographic age groups. It's quite interesting. So 325, 12 people in the 18 age group gave it 9.4. Is that right? But look at the 325 18 to 29 year olds voted, 358 30 to 44s, and then boom, 45 plus. So the main audience for Doctor Who is 45 plussers, or 18 to sort of, I reckon 50s, people in their 50s. And also down here, look at noticeably men. Females 43, 18 to 29, 68, 30 to 44, 66, 45 plus, as opposed to 275 men, 283 30 to 44 year olds. That significantly, I hope you can see that. It's very small on the screen. I'm sorry. I'm recording this live. I'm not editing it, so this is like the best I can do. So kind of significantly seeing that figures are, they're interesting, aren't they? Here is, let's bring this up so you can see it. One of the metachiminal efforts is a little sad, and it took until the very last Leviticus day to get things to a level of strong entertainment. So this person likes it, 9 out of 10. You can go and read these yourself, 9 out of 10. And then we get, thank God it's over for Scotty Young. He's not happy. 43 people found that helpful. It's got spoilers in it. I'm not going to click it. Glad to see Whittaker's Doctor go, but the episode was barely okay. Barely okay. That's not good. 9 out of 10. So it's like, it's almost like black and white. The blossomiest blossom. Is that a line from it? I don't know. The power of the Doctor. Fundamentally terrible. Until the final scene, of course, when it was fantastic. Absolutely the best thing I've ever seen. 3 out of 10. Well, that's quite good that just one scene can get 3. Anyway, so you get the idea. People are like really either... It's Marmite, it seems, for people. It's not healthy. Things aren't healthy for Doctor Who. Although, because you get yourself... What you're asking yourself now is what matter just the ratings? All we care about is how many people watch it. We don't care if they hate watch it. They can watch it and hate it. We don't care. But maybe they've just been super smart because they realize that what people want is just I want to see Daleks and Cybermen, and I want to see the TARDIS flying through space, and I want to see all that sort of stuff. And all the old Doctors, get them on, I like them, which seems to be happening all the time as somebody who's not a aficionado on Doctor Who, it seems to be that every time I turn my attention to it, the old Doctors are popping up like they were never left. But then again, I could just be ignorant. I am ignorant. But so let's have a look at how well things have gone now. Which button do I press for that? Is it this one? It is! Now, as I loosely called it, that was this of a week. Don't know if that name's going to stick. But I hope I've done these in the right order. So here's the ratings for ITV. And the first, with 5.6 million viewers for one episode, Doc Martin. Now, if you don't know what Doc Martin is, it's Martin Clunes, running around some pretty quaint part of England as a doctor, and he's a bit grumpy. It's fine. Coronation Street, staple TV show. This is ITV. And then Emmerdale and a bunch of stuff I don't know. Look at that. Number 5, the Martin Lewis Money Show. Ooh! Can't wait for that. Oh, when's the Martin Lewis Money Show on live? Because I want to be part of the 3.69 million people who watched that. And then it's all the Chase and the Voice and blah, 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 blah. Over on BBC One, the show that was on air before Doctor Who was Strictly Come Dancing, which I think is awful. I wish I could actually just say it is not something I just think. It actually is awful. But 9.89 million viewers, which is astonishing in this day and age with the variety and the choice that we have, that 9.89 million people here in the Untied Kingdom sat down and watched Strictly Come Dancing. A bunch of half celebrities spinning around badly. But there you go. Second was Doctor Who, 5.3 million. So it did really good, as well as, as Doctor Who goes, because the numbers have been heading down. But I think that's quite a healthy number for a Doctor Who, and a good sort of benchmark for enough people have seen it now to be interested enough for watching it when it comes up next time. And just so you know, Channel 5, 3.71 million. The best show Channel 5 could produce was All Creatures Great and Small, which got 3.71 million. And then something called The House Across the Street. I don't watch TV, so I don't know what any of these are. But it's fifth. Motorway Cops, Catching Britain Spree, 1.54. So Channel 5 struggling a little bit. But there you go. Doctor Who, 5.3 million viewers. It's the fifth in the weekly out of everything. It came fifth out of the whole week. And this is the official viewing figures as told by Barb TV, Thinkbox, and Broadcast. So I don't know. The thing that algorithms don't record, and just to finish up, 9.89 million for Strictly Come Dancing. It is actually unbelievable. So I mean, it's interesting to see what these numbers are. We just have to make of it what we will. I mean, what are your thoughts? Why are these numbers so high? Am I just getting it wrong? I know that the people like Nerdrotics and the Heels versus Babyface and the Geeks and Gamers and all them lot are very keen to have a pop at these shows that they love, because they love them so much. They're sort of I think attacking the actors a wee bit too much. They shouldn't focus more on the writers and the directors. But what do you think? I think this is bodes well for the season when it starts. I wish they'd just start. I think that we've waited so long for that episode that next week there should be the new season starts, and I don't know why these things aren't happening. I guess pandemic or something like that. It should just be kicking off, but it's not. We're going to have to wait till next year for something, and then it's one show, and I don't know. I don't understand why they're not just firing these shows out. Stop making them so complicated. Simplify them. We've already learned that people will watch them whatever you do. So if you you can keep all the Cybermen shooting each other and Daleks flying around and keeping interesting characters there. But don't soak everything into each episode like, oh, we must have one of the old Doctors in there. We definitely must have at least 2 well-known enemies. No, you don't have to do that at all. Do your tri-arcs or whatever they're called, the 3 episodes story arc, and just write them really well. Keep them simple. Like, if you look at the Avengers, Thanos. The story was basically Thanos needed to get some stones for his fingers, for his glove, and that was it. And then when he was going to click his finger, and the Earth would end, the world would end, the universe would end. That was the plot. Dead simple. The plot of the last Jodi Whittaker episode was, I can't even tell you, man. I don't know. What do you think? Let me know down below. This video went on a wee bit longer than I intended. Apologies. I know you probably haven't stuck around beyond 3 minutes because we all have no attention spans these days. But I am interested to know what you think. So tell me down below in the comments. You can find me on Twitter. I'm at Fludded, talking about everything to do with TV and stuff. I might dabble in politics. I don't mind. Have a little dibble dabble. But come and find me there. I got Patreon as well. All the details will be down below in the description. Thanks for your support. I'm nodding off here. Thanks for your support. Until next time, I will catch you later on. So take care.